everybody, this is a spicy donut, also known as a fresh donut. And today I wanted to make a video for my friend Bass here. He is one of the latest members to join and stick around. He is asking me a few questions on how to build team compositions and which espers, equipment, and vision cards he should be using. So first, I wanted to go over espers with him. And he did send me a few pictures of which espers he has. For example, he does have a Bahamut. Now, when equipping espers, the first thing you want to know is what are their stats? And by what I mean is here on the left we have attack, magic, agility, HP, AP, and for Bahamut, as you can see, he has a lot more magic than he does attack. So I would recommend like a Bahamut to be for a magic user. Now, another thing you need to look at is the Esper training board. And as you see here, it has magic up, man-eater, and magic attack up. So this only confirms better that this is going to be a good Esper for a magic user. Now, one thing to look at is the resonance. If you do not have resonance built up on espers, you will not get the full benefit of the stats granted to the units. So I have all these units here that are built with Bahamut, but I have some that aren't, and these units will not gain the esper stats. So here you can see you only get 10% of the stats granted to this unit, whereas here this one says 100%. There are different things you need to realize when picking espers as well. There are different damage types that matter. For example, if you look at Odin, he is a really good esper. He has a lot more attack than he does magic. And on his board, he has slash attack, man-eater, more slash attack, basic attack, as well as accuracy. This esper would be really good for any slashing attack unit. I mostly opt for the accuracy because I play in very high competitive level, and making sure I can hit evasive units is pretty important. I did see that you have the lower craft unit. I would recommend using this esper mostly because there's a good missile attack node on here, as well as having accuracy, which is very important for gunner units because you need to be able to hit units from a distance. Otherwise, having a gunner unit would just be kind of worthless. You can also opt into the evasive side if you're trying to build an evasion unit, or if you just want a basic wind unit to have, more wind attack, this would also be a good option. Another thing that's important with espers is the defensive type. For example, Golem here, his esper board has the defense nodes as well as some resistance, which I do put into him. He does have access to like the man-eater. So make sure that you're choosing very carefully on which espers you want for which unit, depending on what type of unit it is and what you want to do with the unit. If you have to reset too many times, it does get pricey over the time. I mean, 50 Visor is not a lot, but if you have to keep resetting the boards over and over again, it does, become quite expensive. So make sure you're choosing your board nodes very carefully and understanding what you want to do with your unit. Now, speaking of units and their formation, there's a thing known as Affinity. And let me click on Mont here. So the Affinity and Resonance will show you which unit is paired with affinity with other units in the formation. For example, I have Mont and Medina in the same formation, and as you can see here, they get an additional agility buff, dexterity, and luck. and that's a 5 out of 5 affinity. Whereas if I put him with like Grace, for example, he doesn't get that luck buff, but he gets a little bit of the other ones. You can also check your degree of resonance here with your unit and the espers they have resonance with. You can see that I have a couple of espers resonance maxed out with him. And it's not very difficult to get affinity and resonance on units. Just simply go to the far plane. You need to select the key quest. And you can see here, affinity and resonance quests. Just do a couple of these. I want to say it's 11. Yeah, 11 quests to get a Esper from level 1 all the way to 10. As well as whichever units you have in that formation, their affinity should be maxed out by the time you finish the Esper Resonance. Now, I do want to go over the equipment vision cards in another video because I feel like that part of the video is going to be a lot longer. So hopefully this helps you understand more or less how to pick your espers. I'll use these as the example. So like Tifa here, I have the Lamia Queen equipped it to her. And mostly because on the board itself, Lamia Queen has access to, I believe, the striking attack. Yeah. Lamia Queen has strike attack up, as well as having basic attack up, more strike attack up, and I just doing some striking resistance. For Mont here, I have Golem on, just for the defensive state of what Mont kind of does. As you can see here with the defense 77, I mean that's accounting for like the gear too, but the Golem itself does give a lot of defense. For Medina, I have the Bahamut because Bahamut just does a lot and it's really good for magic based users. And like for the Gunner, Frederica, I have this Thunder Esper on, and I believe that Esper grants missile attack. Let me just double check. Yeah, so this Esper grants missile attack, which is perfect for Frederica because she's a missile-based damaging type. There are some other skills in here that are good, like there's a lightning attack up, which is great for her, as well as some accuracy and critical damage up. So hopefully this helps you understand which Esper to pick for which unit. Just be mindful of what type of unit you have selected and try to match which Esper would best fit them. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I will come out with another video for the armors and vision cards. I just didn't want to do it on this video because it would be too long of a video to kind of watch and go back and forth to understand what I'm saying. So once again, thank you for watching.